Hello everyone, welcome to my channel NCERT Mathematics Learning Hub. In this video, I am going to discuss question number 5 of exercise 7.1 of coordinate geometry from NCERT Mathematics textbook. This is a very practical problem in this exercise. The question says, in a classroom, 4 friends are seated at the points A, B and C as shown in the figure. So you can observe here, A, B, C, D are the 4 points. And these points are indicating the 4 persons sitting in these points. Okay, so Champa and Chameli walks into the class, and after observing for a few minutes, Champa asks Chameli, "Don't you think ABCD is a square?" Chameli disagrees. Using distance formula, find out which of them is correct. So this is just a conversation between the two friends, Champa and Chameli, where Champa says that 4 people who all are sitting in the class, they are forming a square, but Chameli disagrees. So we need to find which friend is correct, right? So, and it is clearly mentioned that we can use only the distance formula. Using distance formula, they have specifically said you, right? So how do we do that? You can observe here, they have not given the coordinate at all. So you need to find the coordinate from the graph. Okay, so the point A lies, I have discussed this in the very first video of the chapter coordinate geometry, how to name the point when the point is given to you. Okay, so we need to find this point with respect to x-axis. With respect to x-axis, you can observe it is at 3. So let me write here 3. And with respect to y-axis, this point is at 4. Right? Then if I am going to point B, then this point with respect to x-axis, it is at 6. Then this point with respect to y-axis is 7. Right? So same thing, whatever the points it is given here, I have just drawn a square here because the conversation, there is a controversy between these two friends about is ABCD is a square or not. So I have just drawn a square here. So you can see the point C. With respect to x-axis, it is at 9. With respect to y-axis, it is at 4. What about D? D with respect to x-axis, it is at 6. With respect to y-axis, it is at 1. Right, so we have written all the coordinates now. Now we can use the distance formula to check is it a square or not. So before going to that, we need to recall the properties of the square. What is the first property? Very important property we can say about the square. All the 4 sides of the square will be always equal. And also the diagonal of the square will be equal. What is a diagonal? Diagonal is a line which will divide the figure into 2 equal halves. So if I am talking about this figure, then AC, if I am going to join these 2 points A and C, the line you will be getting will be equal to the line BD. Okay, so these 2 are the diagonals of this square. So if you are getting all the sides equal, and then if you are getting this diagonal and this diagonal equal, then it is a square. So we need to check all of this. If it is forming, then it is a square. So let me write the distance formula here. D is equals to square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 the whole square. Right, so if I am talking about the line AB, then what are the coordinates? Let us just write here. A is having the coordinate 3, 4 and B is having the coordinate 6, 7. Then let it be x1, y1 and let it be x2, y2. Right, so we'll just substitute here. 6 minus 3 whole square plus you have 7 minus 4 whole square, right? Then what can we do? We will just subtract this. 6 minus 3 is 2 square plus 7 minus 4 is 3, so 3 square, right? So how much you are going to get then? You will be having here 4 plus 9, right? So you will be getting here 13. So 6 minus the 3, that is 3 square, plus 7 minus 4, it is nothing but 3 here also. So you are getting 9 plus 9, right? So 9 plus 9, it is nothing but 18. And 18 you can write it as 9 into 2, right? So if you are going to write it like this, you will be getting here, if you are going to separate this root, then this root is for both 9 as well as 2. So square root of 9, let me just separate it by using the indices law. Then you will be getting here 3 into root 2. The square root of 9 is 3, and into, if you will write it or not, it is understood here. So here after that I will be writing here root 2. So this is the answer you got for distance. Here we are talking about AB. So let us just write here AB. Then we will go for BC now. If I am talking about BC, let me just draw a line BC here. So B coordinate is 6, 7. C coordinate is 9, 4. Let it be x1, y1, and let it be x2, y2. Fine. So again you need to write the same formula. So let me just substitute it directly, because I have written the formula here. X2 is what? 9. 9 minus 6 whole square plus then 4 minus 7, right? So 4 minus 7 whole square. Then you will just subtract it. So 9 minus 6 is again 3 square plus 4 minus 7. So bigger number sign is minus. So you will be getting here minus 3. And you know that it is 1 is plus and 1 is minus. So you need to subtract it, right? So 3 square plus 9 plus minus 3 into minus 3. 3 square is what actually? It is nothing but minus 3 into minus 3. So minus into minus, it will become plus, and you will be getting here 3 into 3, it is nothing but 9, right? So we'll just write the same thing here. 9 plus 9 is 18. Again you can observe, you can just write it like this, and then if you will take this root for separate two numbers, then you will be getting root 9, which is nothing but 3, and square root of this 2 is square root 2 only, right? Because 2 is not a perfect square number. Then in the same way, let us find now CD. Okay, so let me draw a line here. Let it be C here, let it be D here. So 9, 4, and here it is 6, 1, right? So here x1, y1 I am taking, here x2, y2. So after that, let us just substitute it here in the formula. Again, I am not going to repeat the formula here. Let us just directly substitute the values. So x2 minus x1. x2, 6 minus 9, right? So 6 minus 9 whole square plus, then you have here 1 minus 4 whole square, right? Then 6 minus 9 is how much? It is 3, actually minus 3, because you can observe here the bigger number among these is having negative sign. Then here also you can observe one is plus, one is minus, so you are going to subtract it and going to write the bigger number sign, that is minus 4, so you need to write here minus. So minus 3 square is nothing but 9, then minus 3 again here 9, then you will be getting 18. So what can you do here? Again you can write 3 root 2 as you did in the previous cases. Right, now let us come to the last part of this square, that is AD. Right, so let me find AD. So let us draw a line for that. Right, so A here it is having the coordinate 3, 4. Then D here it is having the coordinate 6, 1. Let it be x1, y1. Let it be x2, y2. So formula says x2 minus x1. It is nothing but 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 whole square plus 1 minus 4 whole square. So 6 minus 3 is nothing but 3 whole square, and here plus 1 and minus 4 you need to subtract and you need to write with the bigger number sign, that is nothing but minus 3 square. So again 3 square is 9, and even minus 3 square is also 9. Square of negative number or positive number, it will be always positive, never forget that. And 9 plus 9 is 18. And then again what can you do? You can just split that into two numbers, out of which one should be a square number. If it does not have any square number, if the number is like that, then there is no need to split it. It is not required. But if you are splitting, if you are getting one square number, then you can split it so that you can get a like term for addition of different values. So again you will be getting here 3 root 2, right? So you can observe here all the four sides, AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD, right? So let us just write here AB is equals to BC, which is equals to CD, which is equals to DA, right? So the first thing which is a property of the square is four sides are equal. So we have just proved that. Now let us prove if it is having the diagonals also equal or not. So if I am talking about the first diagonal AC, so what is the coordinate of A? It is nothing but 3, 4. And what is the coordinate of C? It is having the coordinate 9, 4. Again use the distance formula to find the distance between A and C, right? So x2 minus x1, let me just write that. Let it be x1, y1, let it be x2, y2. It is your choice if you are taking x1 or y1 this one and x2, y2 this one. It is up to you. Whichever you want you can take it. But you will get the same answer because the square of the negative number will also be positive, right? So because of that you can choose any of the way. So 9 minus 3 whole square plus 4 minus 4 whole square, right? So what are you going to get then? 9 minus 3 is nothing but 6. 6 square plus 0, right? So 6 square is nothing but 36, and then you are going to get here 6. Now if I am coming to the last part of the question, that is the diagonal BD, right? So let me draw the diagonal BD. Here if it is B, then it has the coordinate 6, 7, and D is having the coordinate 6, 1. So I'm just talking about the line which will divide this figure, this square, into two parts, two equal parts, right? So if I am coming to the diagonal BD, let us just specify this as x1, y1, and let it be x2, y2. Okay, so what is x2? 6 minus 6, right? So 6 minus 6 whole square plus, what is this one? y2 here, it is 1. So 1 minus 7 whole square, right? So what are you going to get? 6 minus 6 is 0, plus 1 and minus 7, you are going to get minus 6 whole square, right? So 0 square is nothing but 0 itself, and minus 6 is nothing but minus 6 square is nothing but minus 6 into minus 6, which is equals to plus 36, right? So what are you going to get then? Here root of 36 is there, so you are going to get the answer 6. So you can observe here you are getting the diagonal also equal, which is nothing but AC is equals to BD. So if it is satisfying all the condition, then what can you say? It is a square. Therefore, it is a square. Okay, so if it is a square, who said that it is looking like a square? Who told actually that one? That Champa has told, right? So whose observation is correct? Champa, right? So Champa is correct. So you might be thinking, why are we finding out the diagonals in spite of calculating all the four sides that we found that it is equal, right? So I'll give you the answer for that. The figure square as well as the rhombus will have all the four sides equal. Then what is the difference between these two? The diagonals will be equal only in the square, but the diagonals in rhombus will not be equal. So because of that reason, till here it will be same for both. So we need to specify is Champa correct or Chameli. So if Champa is correct, it should be a square. So the diagonal should also be equal. But if you are getting different diagonal, then Chameli would have been correct, right? So because of that, we are finding the diagonals as well to check is it a square or not. That's it for today's video. In the next video, I am going to solve further problems from the same exercise 7.1 of the chapter Coordinate Geometry. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe and press the bell icon.